Welcome to Next Gen Manufacturing Nexus. Today, we are heading way out to sea to get an inside look at one of the most demanding jobs on the entire planet, offshore engineering. We're going to break down what it really takes to work on these incredible structures. So let's dive right in. So ask yourself this. What does it actually take to run a complex, high-tech factory miles and miles from shore, with nothing around you but the open ocean? Well, let me tell you, it's a world that's demanding in ways you probably can't even begin to imagine.
For starters, the environment itself is a constant threat. I mean, high risk is the baseline here. You're surrounded by incredibly powerful machinery, volatile materials, and of course, the full, unpredictable force of the sea.
And the work? Oh, it is absolutely nonstop. These places don't just clock out at 5 o'clock. There are no weekends. The pressure to keep things running is just relentless.
You combine all of that, and you end up with a field that can only be called one thing: extreme engineering. It's a place that pushes technology, logistics, and, human endurance right to its absolute breaking point.
You know, this quote from a mechanical engineer really just cuts right to the heart of it. An oil platform is basically a production plant that happens to be stuck out in the ocean. Sounds simple enough, right? But that simple idea, it masks a reality that is just unbelievably complex.
So let's get into the thick of it. First up, the daily gauntlet. Because this isn't your typical 9-to-5 job, it is a round-the-clock series of challenges that demands constant, unwavering skill and focus.
These facilities run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There is no downtime. And why? Because every single second a platform isn't producing can mean millions in lost revenue. So when something breaks, it doesn't matter if it's 2 in the afternoon or 2 in the morning. It has to be fixed, and it has to be fixed now.
So, okay, what happens when something inevitably goes wrong? Let's take a really common example. A single faulty sensor on a massive wind turbine. It might sound like a small thing, but that one tiny part could take the entire system offline.
Now, technicians can't just guess what the problem is. It's a super methodical process. They're running diagnostics, they're meticulously checking all the electrical systems, trying to isolate that precise point of failure, and only then do they swap out the faulty component.
It's all about efficient, precise repair. You have to have this incredible blend of deep technical knowledge and razor-sharp problem-solving skills, all while you're under immense pressure to get that multi-million-dollar asset back up and running, fast, but more importantly, safely.
So what does the day actually look like out there? Well, for a wind turbine technician, it is a total marathon. The day kicks off before dawn with a crucial safety meeting. Then comes the climb, followed by hours of troubleshooting incredibly complex machinery, and finally, meticulous data collection before they can even think about winding down. And when we say the climb, what does that really mean? It means climbing over 300 feet straight up into the air just to get to the nacelle, which is the box where all the critical machinery is housed. So yeah, this isn't just a technical job. It's a serious test of physical and mental endurance, day in and day out.
But, the challenges aren't just technical or physical. And that brings us to what's called surviving the hitch. This is all about the unique mental and personal pressures of living and working for weeks at a time, completely isolated in the middle of the ocean.
And wow, this comparison really lays it all out, doesn't it? Onshore, you've got your normal life, your family, your friends, your freedom. But offshore, that's replaced by grueling 12-hour days, living in a really confined space, and a level of isolation that's hard to comprehend.
Petroleum engineer Kobe McNutt just puts it perfectly here. She says nothing can truly prepare you for leaving normal life behind to go live in the middle of the ocean. I mean, just think about that. It's a massive sacrifice that takes a huge mental toll.
So how in the world do you cope with that? Well, Kobe's answer is to create structure in an environment that is anything but predictable. Her personal routine looks something like this. Wake up at 5 a.m., hit the safety meeting, get through the 12-hour workday, and then, and this is so important, make time to decompress with a workout and watching the sunset from the helideck. It's all about finding those small moments of normalcy.
So what kind of person actually thrives in a place like this? What does it really take? Let's open up the engineer's toolkit and look at both the technical know-how and the personal grit that you absolutely have to have.
Let's start with a really cool role, the subsea engineer. These are the pros who are responsible for all the incredibly complex hardware that operates deep beneath the waves, everything from the seabed all the way up to the surface.
The hard skills you need for a job like this are just intense. We're talking about advanced 3D modeling, complex pipeline design, and maintaining critical safety systems like blowout preventers, which are basically these giant emergency valves. On top of that, you're running full-scale system tests and constantly performing risk assessments.
But listen, the technical skills, that's only half the battle. To make it out here, you have to have humility, a thick skin, and an incredible capacity for teamwork. You've got to be an active listener and a world-class problem solver. Because let's be real, nobody succeeds out here alone.
And this insight from an experienced engineer just says it all. You can have all the technical knowledge in the world, fresh out of university, but if you don't have the humility to listen to the experienced fitters, the drillers, and the technicians on that platform, you're going to fail. It's all about respecting the expertise of your entire team.
Which of course brings us to the biggest question of all. With all the risks, the insane pressure, the isolation, why would anyone do this? What is the ultimate reward that keeps these engineers coming back?
Well, for one thing, the scale of this work is just immense. One mechanical engineer we learned about was the design lead on a single project worth $20 million. I mean, that's an incredible level of responsibility, and it's a chance to make a tangible impact on a massive scale.
But really, it goes deeper than that. The real motivation seems to be this profound sense of satisfaction. As that same engineer put it, it's about seeing a job finished and just knowing, yeah, that's working well because of my work.
So there you have it, a world of high stakes, constant pressure, and just incredible feats of problem solving. It's a place where pure technical genius has to meet unshakable mental toughness. That is the reality of extreme engineering. The only question left is, could you handle it?